Hello everyone. So earlier today I was able to watch the first 3 episodes of Andor on Disney Plus. So of course they released the first 3 episodes on day one being September 21st here. And each episode is about 40 minutes long, but this is a prequel to Star Wars Rogue One. So we further discover Diego Luna's character, Cassian Andor, who I love Rogue One. It's one of my favorite Star Wars movies. I love the more civilian, grittier take on the rebellion versus the Empire. I just thought it was so fascinating, and it was just a really cool, again, piece of like civilian life in the Star Wars canon. And I was very, very excited when they announced the show to see more of that and seeing the trailers. I thought it looked really, really great. But yeah, without further ado, let me get into my review for these first 3 episodes. My initial thoughts, of course, on Andor. So, of course, like I said, prequel series to Star Wars Rogue One. It's going to be 2 seasons long. This first season is going to be 12 episodes, but this is in an era filled with danger, deception, and intrigue. So it's about Cassian embarking on a path that is destined to turn him into the rebel hero, but of course, too, a hero who has to make some very questionable and hard choices in order to ensure that the rebellion lives on. He has to, like as he stated in Rogue One, he's had to do a lot of horrible things to people on both sides of the rebellion in order to get the information that he needs in order to just basically, again, just keep advancing the plots of the rebellion in order to take down the Empire. And jeez, I found again to what I was saying earlier, the grittiness, the darker take on Star Wars that I love so much in Rogue One has perfectly translated into this series so far and has already given us some very, very good characters from the early Rebellion days. I'm really enjoying Stellan Skarsgård's character, who we get to see a few times within the first few episodes. But in terms of cinematography and music and all of that, this show is beautiful. It's just amazingly shot. There is some just great cinematography that is in these first 3 episodes here that made it just very tense and entertaining, and just again to really brought into the fact of how hard life is for the rebels, and of course being a rebel, trying to hide that from everyone you know, because even to the people that you love you can't trust because of how brutal the Empire is and how far reaching they are too. We stay on pretty much the same planets the entire time, but what they've kind of shown us about this society is there's some really cool some really great things that's just again just make this show so atmospheric already. I'm excited to see a lot more too of the Empire side of things in the further episodes. These 3 episodes are very heavily focused on Cassian's character, and even though these first 3 episodes are very slow in its pace, there is a lot of really, really good exposition, world building, and character building that they bring in already that I just found to be quite fascinating in terms of his relationships with the droids, his basically his parents in the sense of the show. I don't want to say too much for spoilers' sake, but just his early days. I find that they're doing just a lot of really cool things that again are just really building up his character in a very, very good and entertaining way. Even though it is very slow, I find it's all been very, very necessary. The only thing that I really have to nitpick on a little bit is when they show Cassian in his childhood days. I don't like how sparse the storytelling was in these first 3 episodes. I feel like it would have worked better as kind of one longer flashback instead of like 2 or 3 different flashbacks within like an episode, and they do that every single episode for the first 3. I found that the pacing ends of that was a little bit weird, but again too, even though it's slow, it is turning into a very nice slow burn for the character and for this series so far, and I'm really, really liking what we're seeing again visually and sound design wise. It's very, very impressive, and I'm really excited to see more. And again too, just this grittier take on Star Wars is something that I've wanted more of since Rogue One, so I'm glad we are getting it in this Andor storyline. Genzu, from the trailers and everything, seeing just these little things, I know this show is going to grow to be something so good. And again, too, now that they kind of again got that exposition out of the way, I have the feeling that this is going to be one stellar series. Because again, just to even though the pacing was a little bit slow, what they've built up already so far in the first 3 episodes, so the first quarter of the show, has been pretty undeniably amazing to watch so far. And yeah, it just gets me very, very excited for everything to come. And really, that's all that I can say without going to the spoilers too much. But I have to give the first three episodes of Andor an 8.5 out of 10. I'm very, very excited to see more of it. And I think, again, too, this is just the strongest Star Wars has been for quite some time. I mean, we all absolutely loved Rogue One, or I'm certain most everyone loved Rogue One. Mandalorian has been absolutely amazing, but this is a very another strong strike into the lore from the guys at Disney, and I'm just very excited to see more of this show. So, of course, please let me know in the comments what you thought about the first three episodes of Andor, what you want to see from the rest of the series. Of course, if you like this review, definitely give it a thumbs up, and you can check out everything I do on this channel. Links and playlists up top here for convenience sake. Thank you for subscribing and turn that little ring around so you know when I upload new videos. And if you want to check out the description of this video on my channel bio, there's a link to the Media Mountain, which is my Discord, where we talk about movies, video games, comic books, TV, pretty much everything that's awesome in this world. So you can definitely join that amazing community, help make it even more amazing than it is already. And yeah, just awesome, guys.
Sky blue eyes, I see a world behind them. No more time sinking into the silence.